Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to calibrate your Cricut cutting machine. The first thing you're going to do is click on the three lines on the left hand side and a drop down is going to show. You're going to go down to calibration and you're going to click right there. Now what they're going to ask you to do next is print out a calibration sheet, and all you need to do is click what printer you want to use. So if you have multiple printers hooked up, you just click on print then cut and you're going to get some options. So the drop down for that will come up. You'll just pick your machine, like which printer you're going to use, and then you're going to click print. So if you just bought your machine or if you've moved your machine around, calibrating your machine is a really great idea. It gets jostled around whenever you're, when it's in shipment, when you're moving it, and this would just make your cuts more accurate. So once you print it out, here's my machine printing it out, and it just has a bunch of lines on it and rectangles and a square. So it's going to prompt you to put your paper that you just printed out on the top left corner of your cutting mat. Then you're going to select what machine you're going to calibrate. And I'm just doing my Explorer Air 2. And then it's going to tell you it's ready to go. So make sure your blade's in, load your mat, and you're going to make sure your setting is on paper. So if you have an Explorer Air 2, you're just going to turn your dial to paper, and then you're going to click the C button. So once you click the C button, it's going to start reading all of those registration marks that are on there. If you're not familiar with the registration marks, that's just the black outside rectangle that goes around whatever project you're wanting to print and cut. And you need to leave that on there, leave the paper as it is when you put it onto your mat. That way the machine can read them and know where it's supposed to cut. So it's just going to go through this little ditty where it just reads all of your lines, and then it's going to be like, oh, okay, I know where I'm supposed to cut, and it's going to prepare to cut. So once the light goes out, that means it's no longer like scanning, and now it's ready to cut. Now it's going to cut this inside square first, and once it cuts, do not remove it from your machine. Just look at it. So then this screen comes up and it says, did it cut inside your line, or did it cut wonky, like off and off centered? Mine cut off centered. So I'm going to say, no, it is not the way I wanted it. And then we're going to click continue. So now it's going to start cutting all these lines at the top and on the sides. And basically what this is doing is it's trying to figure out where we're getting in the center of what line that it's cutting. So we have our top line, which is like 1 through like 20 or something, and then the bottom line side, and those are the alphabet letters, so they're like A through Z. And you're just going to let it cut all of the lines. And what you're looking for is the line that's most in the center. Because it's going to ask you to enter that number in that letter. So here it's just cutting all the lines. And again, when it stops, do not unload it. You have to keep it loaded in the machine. You cannot take it out. So now you're just going to look really close at your lines. And I'm looking here and I see that the number 11 and 12 are close, but I feel like 11 is more centered than 12. So I'm going to say 11. And then we're going to come down here, and I kind of think I is centered more than J or H. So we're going to go ahead and pick I. So the top is 11, the side is I. And we're going to go back to our computer and we're going to click on the drop downs, and it'll say the top and then the right. So again, we're going to click 11. And we're going to click I. Now this is going to prompt me to do it again, just because my first one did not cut properly. The square didn't cut the way I wanted it to. So now it's saying the basic calibration is complete. Go ahead and print out another calibration sheet, and we're going to do this again. So you're just going to go back to the steps that we did before. We're going to print out another calibration sheet, and we're going to place it on the upper left-hand corner of our mat, and we're going to do the process again. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, but if you're having issues with it calibrating correctly, you will have to print out more than one calibration sheet. So again, we're just putting it in the upper left-hand corner. We're selecting our machine, and then it's telling you, okay, stick it back in the machine, and it's going to do it all over again. So this time it should cut that center square exactly the way we want it. So it's going to go through the reading the registration marks again. I just sped this up for you. And then the light's out, and now it's going to do its first cut. Again, do not take it out once you've done this cut. All right, so it's exactly where I want it to be. So we're going to go back to our computer. This time we're going to click yes. And then we're going to go down to continue. And it's going to go back, and it's going to cut all those little lines again, and we're going to see how close the calibration is on the top line and the bottom line. So guys, this is really good to do. Like I said, if you just purchased your machine or if you moved it around a lot. I've moved mine around quite a bit recently, so it was really off whenever I tried to do a print and cut. Okay, so we're leaving it in the machine again, and we're going to look again and see where it's the closest in the middle. Again, I feel it's 11. And I'm going to come over here, and last time I picked I, but this time I feel like P is the better letter for it being centered. So we're going to go 11 and the letter P. So we're going to go back to our laptop, and we're going to pick that number and that letter for this option. So we have 11 and the letter P, and we're going to click continue. And now it's going to cut that inside rectangle, and you're just going to take a look at it and see if it's cutting on the line specifically. And if it is, you're going to go back to your laptop. It's going to ask you again, did it cut inside the line that you wanted? I'm going to click yes because I checked and it did. We're going to click continue, and then it's going to say, congratulations, your calibration is complete. So guys, that's the easy way to calibrate your machine. It's pretty fast and simple. The next video I'm going to be putting up for this week is actually cutting out the stickers that I'm using for my planner, and this will show you how the calibration works with cutting out your designs. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you're all having a great day. I will talk to you soon, and yeah, bye.